Today, let's go over Star Wars The Last Jedi and writer and director Rian Johnson. This is Mike Zeroh here. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, as you all know, The Last Jedi released back in December of 2017, and since then, there's been a lot of negativity and backlash, criticism going against it, based on a lot of the decisions that Rian Johnson and Kathleen implemented in the movie. Now, in a recent interview by the Flickering Myth, you guys can go ahead and check out the full story, by the way, below in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Rian Johnson went on to talk about his feelings looking back at the movie and the fan backlash itself. He actually, responds to it once again, so let's get right to what he has to say. So this is what Rian Johnson has to say in response to how he feels looking back at The Last Jedi and the fan backlash overall. And this is what he had to say. I've got a lot of feedback, especially recently, from folks seeing it for a second or third time or even more. Especially folks who, when they first saw it, weren't quite sure what to make of it, or had stuff they weren't sure about with, or just flat out didn't like it and have not revisited it. Multiple viewings are affecting people's view of it, which I think is always the case. Star Wars movies have a long shelf life, and the reaction to them changes over time. I felt really proud of the film and so thrilled by the reaction to it. He goes on to state, I wasn't really thinking of it that way. Having grown up as a Star Wars fan, I know that anything that comes out and tries something interesting is going to get pushback, because I've pushed back against stuff when at first I was like, what is that? So I get that, but for me, I always feel very confident that the decisions we made in the movie were coming from the right place and were the right decisions that honored the characters and honored the story. So I guess in my head, I always felt that even for some folks, it wasn't what they expected, and they were going to recoil from it a little bit. I had this weird confidence that even those folks over the long haul, once the dust settles, they will take a look at it again and see where it's coming from, but maybe they will always hate it, as Rian Johnson laughs. So that's what he had to say about him and his feelings looking back at The Last Jedi and the fan backlash overall. Once again, guys, the full story is below in the description. Go ahead and check it out. What do you, how do you feel about Rian Johnson's statement here about the fan backlash and how he feels about the movie overall? I know that Rian Johnson has gone over the backlash numerous times, and this was the most recent one. So, looking at director and writer Rian Johnson, we do know that he's currently working on a new Star Wars trilogy. There's a lot of trust issues with that being in the making, and a lot of fans are very unsure of that even happening. Now, we do know that that is actually in the early works as we speak right now, and is aimed to release at some point in time in the 2020s. Ram Bergman is the producer on it, and there's a lot of rumors out there about this new trilogy that it's going to be based in a new Star Wars galaxy. What we do know, though, for sure, is that it won't be based on any existing Star Wars lore, and will shift away from the Skywalkers. It's going to be something completely new on a blank canvas. So, once again, guys, how do you feel about The Last Jedi entirely? What do you feel about Rian Johnson as a whole, as a director and a writer after seeing The Last Jedi? Do you agree or disagree with Rian Johnson that after seeing The Last Jedi multiple times, it has either changed your decision or changed your feelings of the movie, I should say, or was it the complete opposite? Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments section. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.